So don't follow your passion. Now you're probably thinking, that's a really dumb idea, because everybody who's successful, and if you poll 1,000 people who are successful, they'll all say that they love what they do. And so the broad conclusion of the world is that if you do what you love, then you'll be successful. But we're engineers, and we know that that might be true. But it also might be the case that if you're successful, you love what you do. You just love being successful, and everybody loves you. It's awesome. So which one is it? Well, I think to figure it out, you kind of have to, and the first tricky thing about passions are, they're hard to prioritize. Which passion is it? Are you more passionate about math or engineering? Are you more passionate about history or literature? Are you more passionate about video games or K-pop? These are tough decisions. How do you even know? On the other hand, what are you good at? Are you better at math or writing? That's a much easier thing to figure out. The second thing that's tricky if you're going forward is that what you're passionate about at 21 is not necessarily what you're going to be passionate about at 40. Now this is true for boyfriends as well as career choices. The third issue with following your passion is you're not necessarily good at your passion. And has anybody ever watched American Idol? So you know what I'm talking about? Like, just because you love singing doesn't mean you should be a professional singer. And then finally, and most importantly, following your passion is a very me-centered view of the world. And when you go through life, what you'll find is what you take out of the world over time, be it, you know, whatever, money, cars, stuff, accolades, is much less important than what you put into the world. And so my recommendation would be follow your contribution. Find the thing that you're great at, put that into the world, contribute to others, help the world be better, and that is the thing to follow. Now, speaking of the world, so this is generally the point in a graduation speech where I should say, the class of 2015 faces unprecedented challenges. There's ISIS. But what's remarkable from a historical standpoint about this time in the world, to me, are not the unprecedented challenges, it's the unprecedented opportunities. And let me just, when your parents and I were in college, because when we didn't have the internet, there was no, and everybody who has a smartphone, which is pretty soon going to be everybody in the world, has the Library of Congress in their pocket. So that means a girl growing up in Bangladesh now has a better library than a student at Columbia or Harvard had 20 years ago. And so what might her idea be? What might she contribute? Well, I think that because the world still isn't flat, there are issues. There are issues with power and issues with water and issues with food and issues with equal rights. But if you contribute, if you put your contribution into the world, if you think for yourself, then I believe that you will be the greatest generation. Because when we look back 50 years from now, 100 years from now, 500 years from now, you will be the generation that unlocked human potential. So congratulations, Columbia class of 2015, and thank you for inviting me.